In the last tutorial, I showed you how to build and operate a Digtron machine. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to build a nuclear reactor for the Technic Plus mod. Now, these nuclear reactors, I have two of them here. I have a couple of other ones around the map, and they're used to generate power for my machines, these machines. So I'm going to show you how to build one. You need the Technic mod or the Technic Plus mod for this, and I'm going to do it in this person's building over here. We had a griefer come onto the server and mess this house up a little bit. You could see uh, some stuff is missing. So um, I am going to help this person rebuild this house. We are going to start with their nuclear reactor. They had one down here with some machines and it was griefed and messed up. I went ahead and removed it all so we can start over fresh with a new one. Okay, so let's begin. What you're going to need for a nuclear reactor is you're going to need some concrete blocks. If I can find them. I have the more blocks mod installed, so actually finding what I'm looking for is going to take a minute. Okay, so we are going to need blast resistant concrete, so we'll get some of that. We're going to need some of the regular concrete blocks. Concrete block. We are going to need some iron blocks. Wrought iron block. We're going to need our nuclear reactor core. Let me go ahead and make some room here. We're going to need an HV cable. We're going to need a switching station. And we're going to need fuel rods. About that many. Now you don't need 99, but you need 6. You need about 6 of them. You also need water. And this should be all we need. We need concrete, we need blast-proof concrete, we need wrought iron block, we need our reactor core, some HV cable, switching station, water source, and fuel rods. That's what we need. So what matters here is the spacing in which these blocks are placed. The reactor is going to be a 9 by 9 cube, and it's going to be reduced by a single block each time you go to a new material. So the outer cube is going to be block 9 by 9. The interior is going to be 8 by 8, and so on. So we need to go 9 by 9. I've already laid these little pedestals down. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. There was already one there, so that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're just going to do that all the way around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're just going to build a box, a hollow box. And we're just going to do this all the way around. I may skip the video ahead here and there so you have to see this whole thing. But yeah, we're just building a box right now. We're gonna... You got a little bit here. Okay, so now we have the front box. We need to fill it in. Let's start next one. Got one side done. Two sides done. Goes down the floor here. Okay, so we have the first layer built. This is a 9 by 9 concrete box. We did have to put a floor in there. Let me grab a torch just so you can see. Can't type today. Okay, so as you can see, here's our first layer. It's a 9x9 concrete box. Inside of that, we're going to use the blast resistant concrete, and we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to leave one short at the top, just like that. And we're just going to do that all the way around. Okay, we got the second layer built, and it should look something like this. 9x9 on the outside, then you got your blast resistant concrete. Now we want to go with our iron blocks. Remember, stop one short of the top. Okay, now the third layer of wrought iron should look something like this. Now we need to close it off, get rid of our torch. That'll be a problem if that's left in there. So now we want to seal this off. We do need to make an opening in the center, but we will get to that. So seal off the layer of wrought iron. Seal off the blast resistant concrete. And the regular concrete. Okay, so we have the structure built. Now we need to put the core in. We need to put a hole right through the middle. I'm going to no clip out just so I can see where the middle is. A little disoriented here. I think we're going to be, well, let me just stick a torch in here so we can see. Yep, all right, so we're going to go right down the middle, make an opening like so. Then we're going to take our HV cable. We're going to run that up through here. Like so. We're going to put our nuclear core on the top of that. It needs to be sitting in the middle. You know, we have three block height. It needs to be in line with the middle center one. And then we put our fuel rods in it, and it should fire up. But before we do that, let's finish our cabling here just to make it look nice. I'm going to use one of these. I need to make some room here. All right. So we'll give it one of those. Now you need a switching station because without one, it simply won't generate power. So what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and dig out a little trench here. Are we on the right side? Nope, our exit's on the other side. I went the wrong way. We're going to go that way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put our switching station right here, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and run our HV cable on up to our outlet up there. Now, if this was my build, I'd probably take the HV cable right into the wall here and hide it, but that's not how this particular player had it. And like I said, I'm rebuilding this for him, so I'm going to attempt to put this back as close to how he had it as I can. So we're going to do that. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to fill this space with water. If you don't, it'll overheat. So we're going to take our water source and we're going to just fill this up. Okay, now we're going to take our fuel rods and put them in there. And when we do that, this thing should turn on. If you have damage enabled, you might want to be careful because the radiation will kill you in game. So if you have damage disabled, no problem. If you have damage enabled, you might want to get one of these hazmat suits. So I'll show you that. Put the hazmat suit on. Got the hazmat suit on, so now we're safe. Now, like I said, if you have damage disabled, you don't need that. If you're willing to respawn right away, you probably could just do that too. But we're going to come in here now and we're going to insert our fuel rods. Okay, last one going in. There we go. It's on now. Got 100 KEU coming out. And we have a working nuclear generator. Here we go. Yeah, I do apologize for giving you that incorrect information about the wrought iron block, but like I said, it's been a while since I built one of these, and I forgot. My mistake. But let's go ahead and hook some stuff up here so I give you an idea about how this works. Now, I don't exactly remember how he had his machines, but it's not going to matter because we're just going to throw some stuff together here. So for your machines, you want some NV machines and some HV machines and some batteries. We're going to do some battery boxes, HV furnace, grinder, and compressor. So we'll go ahead and put the HV furnace here. Well, let's orient it correctly. So let's do HV furnace, grinder. Well, let's place these in the order that they will most likely be used in. So you'll likely have your grinder first, compressor, and furnace. Now these we can hook the HV cable directly up to, like so. Now our other machines are going to be MV machines, medium voltage. They're going to require a supply converter. Whoops. We should put some batteries. We'll put the batteries in when we're done because I'm not exactly sure where we want to place those yet. So let's go ahead and get some MV machines. There's more MV machines than HV machines. So we'll do alloy furnace, regular furnace, extractor, grinder, compressor, centrifuge, tool workshop, freezer. That should be good enough. So how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're not. I don't think we're going to fit 8 machines in here, but we'll give it a shot. All right, let's do furnace. See, alloy furnace, standard furnace. Just trying to think of what order I want them in. Extractor, grinder. And freezer. Okay, that looks good to me. Now these are going to be MV voltage, so we're going to need a supply converter. Give ourselves some room here. Let's do converter. We're going to need a switching station and a converter for this. Okay, because we need to convert HV to MV. So let me get rid of some of this cabling. So what we're going to do here is we need to connect the HV cable into the top of the supply converter. So that's going to come in like so. And then the MV cable is going to come out the bottom. Like so. And then we need to put a switching station on there. So it'll pick up the voltage like so. And now we can run the cables to our machines. Okay, now we check. They are all on the network and idle. They're good to go. Now we could do this a lot more neatly. In fact, let's see. How do I want to do that? Let's do this. Let's bury one of them just to make it clean. So we'll have that going into there like that. We'll have the cable coming up like that. We'll put our switching station right there. And then on this wall, we can put our batteries. So we'll go ahead and, now the batteries are just there for two reasons. If something happens to the cabling and the power isn't being received, the machines will run off of battery power. If you're running all of these machines at once and you're pulling more power than this reactor can generate, it will take power from the batteries to keep the machines running. So if you overload the machine, if you have a good set of batteries, the machines will still operate just fine. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to, let's see, MV batteries, we'll do those first. I'm going to put those right under the machines. And then we need our HV batteries for HV equipment. Put those under these machines. Go ahead and wire these up first. Wait, I totally did that wrong. I thought I had selected the HV battery box. I guess I'm getting tired. So we're going to go ahead and put the HV batteries in there. Okay, they're charging up. And then these over here are our MV batteries. And we will connect that. Let's just do it this way. just to keep it clean. Has no network. We need to put a switching station on here. Nope, there it goes. It just took a minute. Okay. And then we can go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Now, I'm sure if I worked on this, I could make this a lot more cleaner and more well integrated. But this will work for now. I built it quick, fast, and in a hurry for the sake of demonstration. So, it's never going to be perfect, is it? Good Lord. What the heck am I doing? There you go. All right. And then, shoot. I am definitely off my game today. I must be getting tired. When I get tired, I start screwing things up. There. And this is a very basic setup. We got our nuclear generator in here. And we have our high voltage machines and some of our medium voltage machines. There are low voltage machines as well. But none of them are all that useful. You have some furnaces, grinders and stuff. I don't really mess with the LV stuff, but it is here. If you wanted to do that, you would just do the same thing again. You would come off of the MV power, just like we did here with a supply converter, into a switch, and then into the MV cable. You would just come off of here, into a supply converter, into a switch, into an LV cable, and hook up the machines. That's really how you would do that. And here's our machines. Let's go ahead and make this look nice from the other side. There we go. Now the lighting and everything, I'll let this person who actually owns this building here in the game come and do what they want with it. All I was really going to do was rebuild this for them. So I think they have a good base to go from here. So there you go. I'm definitely getting tired of making some silly mistakes here. So I'm going to go ahead and end this tutorial here. We've built a nuclear generator, and I've showed you how you can hook up some machines to that. And yeah, so that's how you do that. Thanks for watching this tutorial. We need to protect this area so the griefers don't mess it up again, but I will show you how to do that in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.